we both played, but for every kid, there's always the one game that got away, right? There's always one game that you never got. You wanted, and somehow it just never ended up in your hand. So that's the question: is what is one video game you wanted as a kid that you just never, your parents never bought it for you, or you never bought it by yourself? What's that one game that you always wanted? I think
That's
mine,
a tough one.
right? I gotta kind of think about mine a little bit too, but I think maybe this might sound a little stupid, but in a way like Sims 2, but for the PC. I had like Sims 2 on the console and stuff like that, but I always wanted the Sims 2 on the PC with all the expansion packs. So I had Sims 3. I still have like every expansion pack for the Sims 3, but Sims 2 had like different ones. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted that on the PC with the expansion packs. But by the time I was playing like Sims 3 and stuff, Sims 2 like they weren't selling them in stores anymore, and I'm not
Right.
sure if they were even online. So like the only way to get those expansion packs was probably like get it on eBay or pawn shop or something like
Yeah.
that. So that might be the one. Is like I've played Sims 2, but like the complete kind of version of Sims 2 I've always wanted to.
That's a very good question, and I'll probably have two answers. One exact game that I feel like I missed the boat on. Um, I played a few of them, but there was one particular time, Mega Man Battle Network for the Game Boy Advance had this thing where you had to like swipe cards and stuff like that. I think it was to get like different like perks and stuff like that. That one in particular, I because they came out like seven within like 3 years.
Right, right.
I always borrowed it from a friend, but that was one game like I wish I would have gotten into a little older when the hype was real. Like now, if I was to come back with that Game Boy Advance and collecting cards and transferring the data into the game and stuff like that, I really wish I would have got into that because that seems like a fun thing to do. Like kind of like the Pokemon trading at the time, like with the FireWire cables, the link cables you had to plug in. Um, but yeah, you had to buy like a card reader or card scanner. And you would scan the card, and you would get like different perks and stuff like that. So that I feel like I missed the boat in that era. I've only played it by borrowing it. I didn't have all the bells and whistles like I would want to, but that's one I feel like I miss. Another one would be um, City of Heroes was a PC MMO game that I chased for so long. It came
Mm.
out like 2004, but I remember buying it, but my PC wasn't strong enough, which later find out same thing with Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Like I had like a
Still
Windows
struggling.
XP like gateway like Windows 2000 whatever it is.
Right.
Um but my PC wasn't strong enough to play it and I was just like, "Damn." And then I would try back every other couple of years, still didn't have a strong enough PC, still didn't have a strong enough PC. And then finally in 2010, City of Heroes had its free version drop and it worked on my MacBook.
There
So
you
I
go.
got to play it on Mac for a couple of months, and then the server shut down.
Mm.
And I was like, for years I chased this game, and then when I finally got it, and I was finally enjoying it, the server shut down. Oh, it was miserable.
I have something
If they,
similar.
yeah,
Um, something similar to me is like it wasn't something that I wanted as a kid. I didn't know it existed as a kid. It's me now looking back, being like, "Damn it! I wish I would have knew that existed because I would play it." Is Star Wars Galaxies, where you could just like, I don't know if you know what that is. I'm sure you probably do, but it was like it was like an MMO. Like you would go in
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
you could just do whatever you wanted. Like you could be a bartender at a bar on Tatooine, or you
yeah,
could be a Jedi. Like you could do
yeah,
anything. You would just live in the Star Wars universe. You could have your own ship, your own
yeah.
house. So that's something I just never knew existed as a kid. And so looking back, I'm like, I wish I knew that existed because I would have played the shit out of that as a kid.
Yeah, that's I always man, MMOs are very now I can't play an MMO for nothing. Now it doesn't
Yeah.
hook me. It's too much talking. It's not like
Right.
before. Like from what I remember that brief period of City of Heroes when I played it was just like it was everything I wanted it to be. Like the customization was so detailed. You can change the color of the energy blast you threw. It was that level of detail, you know. A little bit of talking, but there was a lot of action in there that would just pop up. So I feel like again, like after that, like I never got into MMOs after that. Like I remember the Star Wars game because X Play did a review on it. I was like in the early 2000s, and I thought that was dope. But yeah, that one, Mega Man, I definitely missed the boat on that. Like with the data cards and stuff.
Right.
That was. Wish I had money then, man. Especially like now, like if just. I like those games where like it just encourages you to be social and like engage. Like, if kids in the neighborhood had these cards, you would. I thought that was a cool concept, and then just Game Boy Advance. Just once it went to DS, like it was gone.